Good morning, my dear friends. So today I am going to present in front of you the book review of How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book was written by Dale Carnegie in 1936. Just imagine a book which was written in 1936, which is almost 90 years ago. It's still inspiring us. What do you think? Why this book still inspired us? A book which was written in 1936 and we are reading it at 2024, and this is inspiring us. So the reason can be why? So it is human nature hasn't changed. Human nature hasn't changed. Every people is carving for appreciation, respect and empathy. And then people always know the importance of the communication, which is crucial for personal and professional development. So if you guys ask me, I will recommend all you, my dear friends, to read this book. If you guys ask me, why Shilpa? Why should we read this book? I want to remind you a recent story which we have heard. So can anyone guess it? It's about caged parrot. Caged parrot? Bose? JP sir? What is that? Yes, we are the future managers. So that's the one reason, a prime important reason why I am recommending all my dear friends to read this book. Okay, for future managers, how will it help us? It will help us? Yes, it will help us in networking, leadership, communication, right? Communication, negotiation and conflict resolution. So before I go into the book, as the title suggests, how to win friends and influence people. By this friend, what do you mean? It's not the traditional meaning of the friend who is a confidant. It's beyond that. This friend relates to the positive relationship which the people should share each other to build a constructive and positive relationship. So this book, when we go inside it, it is divided into 4 parts. So the part 1 is fundamental techniques in handling people, part 2, 6 ways to make people like you, and part 3, how to win people to your way of thinking, and part 4, be a leader, how to change people without giving offenses or arousing resentment. Okay. So by delving into the book, I'm really very excited to share with you the ideas in that book. So I said that it has 4 parts and it is further divided into different chapters. So there are many principles. Each chapter has different principles which the author say us to follow. When I say about this book, it's not about the theory which we can just read. We have to practically impose it. Unless we practically impose it, there is no worth of reading that book. So the first thing which I want to say is that practically we impose all the principles which the author say. This book almost contains 25 principles. And it's very tough to discuss all the 25 principles, but I will share you with things which really inspired me and which conflict with my perspective and the things which inside this book. Okay, when we going into the book, let us start with a small story. It's about a George Johnson. He's working as a safety engineering coordinator. So one of his responsibility was to check whether his employees are wearing helmets. Helmets means hard hat which the engineers wear in the sites. So what happened was, when he sees many employees who are not wearing the hard hat, he will usually use this authority and say, why are you not wearing the helmet? It's your rule, because he is imposing them and insisting them that they should wear the helmet. So, okay, as it's their boss, they have to obey them. And then, as they will put the hard helmet, and when the George passed down, when he passed by, they usually remove the helmet back. So George approached with a different approach, which is that he said that one day he saw an employee not wearing the helmet. So he went nearby them and asked, why are you not wearing the helmet? Are you feeling any discomfort with it? And he was usually having a pleasant conversation with them and inquired that they are wearing, and making the employee realize that it's not for the company they are wearing the helmets, they are wearing for themselves. And this has really created a great impact there, and how he understands that made him realize that how the human mind works. No, when someone is asking us to do something, we would be like this. Why should I do that? But when we know that we should do it for ourselves, then surely, okay, we will do it. Okay, then we can go to the next principle, that is smile. Everyone is having a serious face. So can you smile? Okay? Okay, smile. Fasting is very serious. Okay, smile. So what is the importance of smile? Yeah, I'm also having very positive energy when you guys all smile. So smile means, actually when we speak, actions speak much louder than the voice. When I say smile, smile is like a sun which is breaking out through the clouds. Okay, I have read an interesting, means the lines which I'm saying is from that book itself. What the smile says. Actually we know it's a non-verbal communication, and what it talks about. A smile says that I like you, you make me happy, and I'm glad to see you. These are the three things which the other persons feel when you smile. So the next principle is about how to win an argument. What do you guys feel? What's the best way to win an argument? Argument? Yes, how? Just hold our fist and just punch in your their nose and win the argument? No, the best way to win an argument is by just avoiding it. What will we get by winning an argument? So just I want to, I know I'm taking much time, sorry, but I will just say a story in that book which really inspired me. It's about a man, the author. So we can call him Dale Carnegie, and I will call him Dale. So Dale went for a banquet. So he met, so while having the dinner, he met with a man. He was very interesting man. He was a router means a storyteller, and he interestingly says stories. So everyone was just eagerly hearing for them, and at last when he ended the story, he just added a quotation, and he came that, wow, the quotation was very beautiful, and it is taken from the Bible. And the author, they know that quotation was not from Bible, and he was damn sure it was taken from, it's a Shakespeare's work. Now the Dale started a conflict, argument with the storyteller, that it's not taken from the Bible, it's taken from the Shakespeare's drama. No, the storyteller will not agree. That even though Dale was not sure, and even that God was taken from Shakespeare, the storyteller never agreed to it. Because he was with his instinct that it is taken from a Bible. So what to do? And we have a pride in ourselves. No, when we say it's correct, we want to prove it them. And there were many people surrounding them. The author's friend was also near. He was he really worked on Shakespeare's work, and he was really good at it. So the author asked his friend, yeah, he's saying that the following quotation was taken from the Bible. Do you agree to it? And the friend said in front of the author that, no, no, Dale, it is taken from Bible itself. So, okay, the conflict ended, and when they went by car, they asked the author, his friend, why did you say you are sure that you have really a great interest in Shakespeare's work? And why did you say that this quote is taken from Bible? And the friend said to them, what is the point when he is not agreeing with you, even though it's the truth, that it's taken from Shakespeare, he's not agreeing with you. What damn thing will you get by just fighting with him, that it's taken from the Shakespeare? So, what do you guys get from it? Okay, so there is no point in argument. So just avoid argument. Just the best way to win an argument is just by avoiding it. So okay, there are various principles, and if I say everything, it would be really a boredom, because I know human attention span is very limited. So the most important thing when we read a book, what I feel is that it have great reflection in our perspectives. So there is a great reflection in our perspective, and it will think, oh, yes. So one of the perspective which really hindered me was, when I read through that book, was, it is, don't worry about what others think about us. Don't ever, when I am standing here, when the first days and all, I would be like this. Oh my god. It was my instinct because I don't know whether when my college days and all my friends will say I resemble my stepfather. If they give the sword, I will just nicely jump through there. So because I changed it, I think this book has played a great role in it. What I understand is that if though I am standing here and saying Shamla is now thinking about what Shilpa is saying, she is worried because she have to give the presentation of her book, right? Not worried, ha. So she say and go. Let her take more time so I can just relax. No, Shamli? Okay, so the best thing which I noticed is nothing, that people are not worried about us because they are already preoccupied with their own things. So I will just quote something in that book itself which say people are interested in themselves in the morning, afternoon, evening, dinner. They are always preoccupied with their own things. They are not worried about us. No, so we should not think what other people think about us. Okay, then so when I go to the book critically, what I feel is that about the book, when I critically think, what I feel is that the book, the example shown in the book is little. As you know, it was written, I have already mentioned, it's now 90 years after the book is written, and it was written almost 90 years, and it's written in 1936. So the examples which the author cited was usually during his rounding, so 1930s, and about the politics and about the president there. So that is the major drawback which I will say, because it will be a little difficult for us to connect with it. And then, okay, this was one of the critical point which I have. And then sometimes, even though yes, this book is for influencing other people, but I felt that it was overly talking about others. There was a story about a lady that is saying that she went to the author and had a conversation, and when the author asked about some particular thing, she was very proud to say about her trip to some Africa or something. Sorry, I didn't remember the country, pardon me. So like that country, so she was eagerly about talking about his trip, her trip, etc. But author didn't do anything but be a good listener. I am not saying that yes, more, it said no, speak less, listen more. But at some points when I read some stories, I feel, how can we always think like that? We should always want someone to hear us also, no? Just by hearing others and just being a good listener and good positive relation with them, we should also have our viewpoint. How someone should also, the opposite person, when we listen to them, they should also have listened to us. But the examples, it's not like that. So some examples are little, I mean, it's practically, I don't feel it's that much impactful, I think. So actually the author has written in so much back, so I think that's the reason. So okay, so I'm concluding my book review. So in conclusion, I will say that How to Win Friends and Influence People is a fabulous book. So Dale Carnegie has given us a timeless classic which reminds us that it reminds us that the success in dealing with people is not just by dominating them, but by genuinely understanding and valuing them. So it is the conclusion which I give. And before I stop, I think that the most important thing which I liked in that book is that first impression. Do you get that? A smile. A smile is an important thing because it speaks more than the voices. So as usually, smile says, I like you, I am happy to see you, I'm glad, sorry, you make me happy, I am glad to see you. Okay, thank you for your patient listening.